Okay. Okay, last class we discussed up to enthalpy. Okay, next we have types of heats: sensible and latent heat. All these also explained, na? Also, hello, hello. We completed these two also, na? Okay, okay. Now tell me, what is sensible heat? What is sensible heat? I am asking. Mm. Yeah. Phase is not changing. Only we have temperature difference. Temperature rising or decreasing. Simply we say that. Latent heat means. Yeah, right. Okay, next tell me what is TR, ton of refrigeration? Do you know this? Anybody? Unit of refrigeration or ton of refrigeration? Not a BTU different and a ton of refrigeration different, na? BTU is a heat units actually. Heat units we consider as a BTU, that is English system units, British thermal units. I am asking about TR, ton of refrigeration. Anybody know this? Remaining? No, no. Okay. First of all, ton of refrigeration. Ton of refrigeration means shortcut we call as a TR, and another name is unit of refrigeration also. Okay. Unit of refrigeration or ton of refrigeration means the amount of energy required to melt, okay, 1 ton of ice at 0 degree completely in 24 hours. Simply we say that. Okay, how much of energy required for 1 ton of ice melting purpose, okay, at 24 hours, that is called as a ton of refrigeration, TR. Okay, another name we call as a unit of refrigeration. Just we see here we have ton of refrigeration. Ton of refrigeration means it is defined as the amount of cooling effect produced by the uniform melting of 1 ton. 1 ton we consider as a 1000 kg in India. For example, you will take US, we have 907 kg also. Okay, of ice from and at 0 degree in 24 hours. For example, mm, you will take 1 ton ice cube, for example. Okay, that 1 ton ice cube you can place at one closed room. Okay, what will happen? It is melting or not? For example, melting. Okay, how much time require for that? Sorry. Okay, this is my one closed room. In this closed room I don't have any windows or any ventilators or anything, just I have one single door here, like this. And this is insulation room. Okay, in this room I have 1 ton of ice. This is mass. Okay, 1 ton means we consider as a 1000. Okay, 1000 kg, for example, 1000 kg of ice we place it in this room. Okay, this total 1 ton of ice melting purpose, at least we need 24 hours time, definitely. Okay, how can it be melts? Means by using this complete ice cube we have low temperature, means I cube we have less temperature, minus condition. Okay, but you will take room atmosphere temperature, we have high temperature, means here we have heat. Okay, automatically our cold and high temperature both are is there, means automatically melting our ice cube. Okay, why we have different types of heat transfers, na? Different modes is there. For example, we have modes of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. And we have second law of thermodynamics also. What is our second law of thermodynamics? Always heat transfer high temperature to low temperature, right? Now ice cube we have low temperature, and atmosphere here we have high temperature. Means this high temperature air automatically coming on this air cube and contact to this ice cube. Okay, then automatically molecules are distance. Okay, molecules automatically getting distance. Velocity also increasing in this condition. Automatically that solid phase changing into liquid phase. Means here we are getting latent heat. Simply we say that phase changing na. Temperature is no difference, but phase changing here in this condition. Okay, after completion of this 24 hours, you will enter into the room. Okay, then you will get cooling effect na. That cooling effect or that cooling effect we consider as a ton of refrigeration. Okay, this entire cooling effect we will calculate it by the heat loads, heating and cooling loads. Okay, how, for example, you will take any room in your area, bedroom or living room or any other room. Definitely we want to calculate each and everything. Okay, heat gain ways, and we can mention for this room we need this much of TR. For example, just you will go to any showroom. Okay, for example, you want to purchase one window AC or split AC. Okay, I want only non-ductable AC systems. Okay, we have window AC or split AC. You want to purchase that AC. Okay, and a salesman asking, which asking, and how much of capacity needed for you. Then you will explain, I want 1 TR AC or 2 TR AC. Definitely you want to mention like this now. Otherwise the salesman not understanding anything. Okay, which capacity of AC you need, right or wrong? Okay, that condition definitely we need TR value. At the same time, heat load and cooling load calculation condition also you will get your TR value. Okay, any closed room or any floor, definitely we want to calculate our TR. Based on this TR you will select your mission selection also, mission capacity also. How much of capacity mission you need, directly you can select by the your TR value. Okay, see, it is defined as the amount of cooling effect produced by the uniform melting of 110 ice from under at 0 degree condition, this one in 24 hours. But here we have one option, this totally occurred by the latent heat na. Why? Means phase changing. Phase changing we consider as a latent heat. That's why here latent heat of ice is 335 kilojoules per kg. This is standard value actually. This how much of here is there? 1 ton means 1000 kg is there, right? But in this latent heat of ice is 335 kilojoules per kg. Kg means here we consider only 1 kg per 335 kilojoules. For example, you have 1 kg ice cube. Okay, that 1 kg ice cube melting purpose you need this much of heat. Clear this one? Latent heat of ice is 335 kilojoules per kg. Means you have particular ice cube, that ice cube weight is or mass is 1 kg. That ice cube melting purpose you need 335 kilojoules of heat. Now clear this one, this line. For example, I need this ton, here we have ton ice cube na. This total ton ice cube melting purpose, how much of heat required? I don't know. I want to calculate that one. Okay, that calculation purpose, here we have option. Here we have formula. 1 TR is equal, directly you can mention 335 kilojoules for only 1 kg ice cube melting purpose. But here we have how many kgs? 1000 kgs. Okay, then you can mention 1 for 335 into 1000 kgs in 24 hours. Okay, 24 hours means just you will do calculate if you need. Just you can mention 1000 into how much? 335. Totally how much? 3,35,000. Okay, kgs. But in how many hours? In 24 hours, right? You can divide it by, you can mention in 25. Sorry, not 24, right? Okay, divided by, you can mention 25. How much you will get? 13958. Okay, next if you want a minute, okay, here kilojoules per hour, this value. In case if you need minutes, you can mention divided by 60 again. Here we have 13,958 kilojoules per hour, this value. In case if you need minute condition, you can mention divided by 60 again. Okay, 232.63 kilojoules per minute. In case if you need seconds, again you can mention divided by 60. You will get 3.87 kilojoules per second. Okay, this much of heat required for second. In case if you want minute, this much of heat required for minute. Okay, this is the calculation, but we will take our standard value for 1 TR is equal to 210 kilojoules per minute. This is the standard value we are taking always. Okay, but here below we have one value, 1 TR is equal to 3.5 kilowatt. Okay, actual kilowatt is a unit. Which unit? Electrical or mechanical? Which unit? Kilowatt, electrical unit or mechanical unit? This one. Actually kilowatt means power, na? We can say as a power, kilowatt. But in this case, in this HVAC, 1 TR is equal to 3.5 kilowatt, not a electrical kilowatt, not a power kilowatt. We consider heat. Okay, heat also we have kilowatt unit. In metric system you consider kilowatt is a heat unit actually. Okay, that's why this is what? Yeah, this is heat units. In metric system we consider as a kilowatt units. Okay, in power required, this is not power consumption. Most of the situation mechanical freshers doing this error actually. Okay, you want to select your pump selection na, or motor selection na, that condition always taking this value. This is not actually, this is wrong. This is heat unit actually. Okay, you don't select this value. Actually 1 TR purpose we need 1.2 kilowatts to 1.4 kilowatt. This is as per standard, we need to select that one, that value. Okay, how much we require as per standard means 1.2 to 1.4 kilowatts. Okay, based on system or based on efficiency it will be changing also. For example, in chiller condition we are taking 0.8 kilowatts also. Okay, just you can observe and compare this one, this one. In motor selection 1 TR is equal, just we have 1.2 kilowatts to 1.4 kilowatts. Here we have 3.5 kilowatts. Okay, means totally 3 times increased. Means we are getting wrong value na, in that condition. That's why you don't use this one. Most of the situation mechanical freshers facing this problem. Okay, always you remember 1 TR is equal 3.5 kilowatt. This is metric system units in heat. This is mechanical actually, mechanical heat, not a power, electrical not a unit, this one. Okay, you remember this thing. This is very very important. Okay, clear this one, ton of refrigeration. Okay, ton of refrigeration means simply we say that the amount of energy required to melt 1 ton of ice at 0 degrees and completely in 24 hours. That is called as a ton of refrigeration. Simply we say that TR. Okay, and another name is unit of refrigeration. You can mention anything, that's not a problem. Here ton of refrigeration mention cooling effect produced, simply we say that. But ton is different. Ton we consider as a mass only. Okay, and 1 ton is equal 1000 kg. And another important point, this one, latent heat of ice. For 1 kg of ice melting purpose we need at least 335 kilojoules. Okay, okay, of heat. Next you will consider modes of heat transfer. That is also important. Okay, we have different type of heat transfers. Okay, that all types we derive sorry heat transfer we have totally 3 types. What is that? Do you tell me? Anybody tell me how many heat transfers is there? Modes of heat transfer I am asking. Conduction, convection, next thing radiation, right? Yeah, right. Now tell me, what is conduction? Okay, metal. Okay. Next. Okay. Gases state. Okay. Actually, we have three phases, right? Solid, liquid, and gas. Totally, we have three mediums and three phases: solid, liquid, and gas. Okay. You will take conduction. Conduction means when you transfer your heat solid medium, then we consider as a conduction. Simply we say that if you have two solid bodies, one body is to another body heat transfer, high temperature to low temperature, then we will get as a conduction. For example, you will take any composite material. For example, we will take brick. We have outer plastering and we have middle brick and we have inner plastic. We have three different layers na, and three different heat gains na. That condition, initial we are getting one temperature, and automatically that temperature transfer into the our inside room. Right or wrong? Hello? Hello? For example, uh, I will take one wall. Okay, this is my wall, and up to this part we consider as a plastering, means concrete plastering. You can apply up to this one as the plastering. Next, here we have brick. Middle of the portion is there na, here to here, that is brick part. Okay. Okay, this condition, first of all, our air or our sunrises touch to the this one, means temperature started at here. Okay, this temperature automatically transferring to the inside of the room. This is for example outside, this is inside. Here to here our heat transfer is occurring, right? Means here we have three bodies totally. This is also solid and this is also solid and this is also solid. Means here we are occurring condension. Solid to solid transferring, simply we say that conduction mode. In case convection mode means we consider as a fluid state. Okay, fluids mainly. Here fluids means you will take gases as their liquids. Both are applicable in fluid state. Just you can see here conduction. Conduction means heat transfer in solid bodies without any physical movement. For example, we will take wall. We don't have any physical movement. That is standard. Static condition, rest condition. We don't have any physical movement. Automatically our heat transfer one place to another place, means outside to inside. Next you will take convection. Convection also one of the mode heat transfer. Heat transfer due to movement of fluids. For example, we will take one water pipe, hot water pipe. Okay, in that condition, fluid flowing hot condition, we have hot fluid going in pipe. That condition pipe we have some thickness. Okay, that is solid, and inside fluid is liquid. We have two different phases now. Means fluid to heat transfer, solid. Solid we have static condition and normal condition pipe. Okay, we don't have much heat. But fluid we have hot condition, means warm condition, high temperature condition. That fluid transfers heat to our solid pipe. Now understanding this convection mode, means fluid medium to solid medium heat transfer we consider as a convection mode. Hello? Okay, this one convection. Convection means you will take glasses or fluids, both you will take. For example, outside temperature is there now, outside air. Okay, you are getting hot gases. Okay, automatically touch to the our wall. Okay, in that condition also we are getting, for example, here we have outside air. This air automatically touch to the our wall na. Just you can consider this one. This is our air flow. You can mention like this. Okay, this is outside air. If you need inside air, just you can go here. Okay, sorry, this one, not this one. Okay, Okay, just you can see. This is inside room temperature. Inside also we have one temperature air, means low temperature air. But outside also we have high temperature air. Okay, this high temperature air automatically contact to the our wall. Means this is the gas medium, means air medium. This is solid medium. Here also we are getting convection mode na. But you will take inside temperature. Inside also we have low temperature air, and here also we have solid medium. Here also occurring convection mode na. Okay, like this, convection and conduction. Next one is radiation. Radiation means simply we say that electromagnetic waves. Okay, heat gained due to electromagnetic waves. It does not require any medium to transfer heat. For example, sunrises, we are getting radiation. Okay, for example, you will take any electrical appliances, we are getting radiation. Okay, that type we consider as a radiation type. Just you can see in this picture, you will get all the data. Here we have conduction mode. Okay, this is one bowl. In this bowl we are boiling our water. Okay, automatically heated our water. This heat transferred to this solid medium. Okay, then automatically your hand in physical contact na, you are also feels heat, right? Then here conduction mode means this bowl is a solid medium na, and inside liquid is a fluid medium, transferring heat one phase to another phase. Here you are getting convection. This is radiation. Okay, this is our radiation waves. Just you can see heat air. Sunrises also same na, automatically you are getting your sunrises. We don't see that sunrises. This is radiation wave. Just we can observe, we can feel only. Okay, we can't see that one, radiation waves. But conduction, convection also, physical contact condition we can we can feel that one. This one also we can feel, that's not a problem. This is three ways, modes of heat transfer. Okay, in heat load calculation condition, definitely we need this one. This is very, very important, modes of heat transfer. Okay, now clear this concept, modes of heat transfer and unit of refrigeration or ton of refrigeration. Next you will go to the refrigerant. Okay, do you know this refrigerant? What is refrigerant? For example, refrigerants also one of the heat carrying medium. Okay, refrigerant means one of the heat carrying medium. You will take any medium. Okay, it is heat carrying medium during this cycle which rejects heat and condense at condenser and extract heat at evaporator. For example, you will take the refrigeration cycle. Okay, in that refrigeration cycle we have different types of components. For example, expansion valve, condenser, evaporator and compressor. Okay, we have different types of functionalities also. For example, these two, condenser and evaporator, both are heat exchangers. What is the function of condenser? Anybody know? Condensate. Condensate means absorb the heat. Simply we say that this condenser used for phase changing purpose. Okay, gas to liquid medium changing purpose we are using condensate. For example, you will take evaporator. Evaporator means liquid to vapor condition. Evaporator. Liquid to vapor phase changing purpose we are using evaporator. Okay, refrigerant is one of the fluid medium. You will take air medium or gas medium also. Refrigerant only one of the heat carrying medium only. In most of the you can use refrigeration cycles. That condition definitely we need one refrigerant. Okay, we have different types of refrigerants. Just totally we classification into three refrigeration. Okay, what is that means? CFC, HCFC and HFC. Okay, in 19th century starting, okay, we used this one, HCFC. Okay, hydrochlorofluorocarbons. Okay, it contains less chlorine. Then CFC approximate 8% to 10%. Okay, but mostly we can use R22. these two are this one is very danger to the ozone layer. Okay, that's why we are not using this one. In previous century, 20 years back, we used this one. Okay, but now we are not using this one. Okay, it is very affected to the ozone layer. Okay, ozone layer getting deflection, automatically sun rays directly contact to our skin. That condition you will face lot of skin diseases. That's why we are not using this one, chlorofluorocarbon contents. Why means in this refrigerant we have lot of chlorine content. Okay, in previous years back we used this one, 20 years back, up to 20 years back also we used this one. Okay, first started at this one, HCFC, hydrochlorofluorocarbons. Okay, now also we are using this one. These are the example refrigerants, R12. This R12 is a chemical, actually chemical composition, that one R12 and R13, that one all. Okay, chemical name and chemical formula purpose, we want to use this one, we need to use this one. Okay, R12, R501, R22, R408, R409, these all are. Okay, chemical name, at the same time chemical formula, that purpose we need to mention these names. Okay, this one, next one, you can take HCFC. In this also we have some chlorine percentage, that is 8 to 10% only. But in these three refrigerants, here we have some examples now, R22, R408 and R409. But we are using only R22 most of the situation. Now also we are using R22. We don't use this two one. Okay, chlorodifluoromethane. Few years we used, but minimizes that. Why means we have chlorine content. Some companies, not all companies, only one or two companies using now also. Okay, remaining companies are not using. Remaining companies using HFC, hydrofluorocarbon. Why means this is eco-friendly actually. No chlorine content is there. Okay, most of the situation we are using in this refrigerants R134A and R410A. We are using these two refrigerants mostly. Okay, R134A. Yeah, if you want properties, just you can see this is 134. Okay, tetrafluoroethane from family HFC refrigerant. This one you can get all properties from here in this table. This is only for example. Just you can see here we have serial number, properties, your refrigerant ID means your name code 134A. Just you can see your boiling point, how much of your boiling point. Okay, and auto ignition point, temperature. Next, ozone depletion layer is 0. See, just you. Okay, next, solubility in water. You will get all the data. When you entered your refrigerant code, automatically you will get all the data and which category this one. Here we have 3 categories now totally, and which category you are using, you are getting that one also. Okay, yeah, and this light blue color you can see this refrigerant, cylindrical color code this one, and the critical temperature 252 Fahrenheit to 122 degrees centigrade, and the global warming potential 2000. Okay, this is entire refrigerant just for ideology purpose. Okay, as a fresher, definitely we want to know about refrigerant. As a site engineer and service maintenance, they need very heavy. Okay, refrigerant about knowledge, they need very heavy. But as a designer, you want to know about refrigerant codes and chemical formulas. You don't need chemical formula, just you need to know about codes. Okay, we have 3 classification now. In interview point of also they are asking how many classification of refrigerants is there. Definitely you need to say anything na. Okay, that's why we need to know this one definitely. And the site engineer, HVAC site engineer and the maintenance condition, that persons they need this one very much. Why means maintenance condition, it is very helpful that persons. Okay, next you will go to VCR, vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Okay, do you know this? Anybody? Remaining persons, how it works? Hello, Yuvraj? Hello, Yuvraj? Do you know this refrigeration vapor VCR cycle? You don't know. Okay. First of all, just you can observe this picture or this figure. How many components is there? Yeah. Compressor, condenser, expression, evaporator. Just you can observe these arrows. Started at here. First you can take it compressor. Okay. In this compressor, we are taking our refrigerant as a gas state. Okay. First of all, we are taking our refrigerant in this compressor as a gas state, means like air, you consider gas state. Okay. After this, what is the compressor principle, working principle? Okay, tell me anybody. You will take any, not a vapor, na? Yeah, right. Here you have that one also, high pressure and high temperature vapor. Okay, here we have gas state, na? When you compressor your gas, automatically decreasing your volume, at the same time increasing your pressure and temperature, right? For example, this is our compressor area. When you compress your item, automatically our air coming at here, right? Means this volume is empty space, means volume decrease, na? At the same time, when molecules are at distance is very less, that condition automatically increasing our temperature. We have high pressure, na? High pressure and high temperature compressing our air, that condition. Whenever PV is equal to nRT, pressure increasing, automatically temperature also increasing. PV is equal to nRT. Okay, that high pressure and high temperature vapor or gas state fluid automatically transferred through here, means condenser, transferred to the condenser. What is condenser principle? Vapor to liquid, na? Now our high pressure and high temperature gas automatically passing through these coils. Okay, at this condition we are placing one fan here. Sorry, we can place one fan here. For example, you will take this one as a fan. Okay, we can place one, okay, fan here. Okay, then automatically this fan is running and our heat going outside. Just you can see this arrow. Okay, then this vapor content or gas content converted into liquid. Just see here, high temperature and high pressure vapor coming here. By using condenser we can convert it into high pressure and high temperature liquid. Just you can see high pressure and high temperature liquid. Okay, that high pressure and high temperature liquid, here we have shaded also. Just here we have totally orange color, here we have another color, liquid condition. Just see, liquid is coming here. Go to expansion valve. Expansion valve condition, do you know expansion valve cross section shape? Anybody? Just shook. Yeah, RFIs. I will show example. Okay, this is in point, this is out point, but you will take expansion middle point. You can see like this. I will take angle shape, but we have curved shapes most of the situation in expansion valve, but here arc is not there, so that's why I am taking this one. Okay, Okay, for example, this is our cross section of expansion wall. Here we have, this is in point, means here coming in point. This is out point, means here. In this condition, here we have less space. Here we have high space, and here we have less space. Here we have high space. Means pressure and temperature decreasing purpose, we are using expression wall. Okay, expansion wall. Okay, here coming our air, high temperature and high pressure liquid. Okay, here getting space minimized na, automatically decreasing our flow. Again here expansion. Okay, then that liquid converted into low pressure low temperature liquid. Okay, after going like this, again passing through this evaporator. What is the evaporator function? Liquid to vapor condition. Liquid phase to vapor phase changing purpose, we are using evaporator na. Then automatically our air or vapor passing through this compressor. Here also we have one fan. By using this fan, you will get your cool air. Okay, here also compressor only for temperature and pressure increasing purpose. Okay, when you will tell me. Wait, you are asking about compressor as expansion wall. Compressor means high pressure and temperature increasing purpose only. For example, you will take in bike system, we have suction, you know suction stroke. In suction stroke we have liquid na, automatically compressing our fluid, you will get your ignition point, automatically temperature pressure increase na. Same as well as here also your gas state compress, then pressure temperature increasing. Okay, that is total principle, and a separate topic also for this component we have. Okay, we completed our time also, just we have 1 minute, less than 1 minute. Today you will, okay, present I have one more class, that's why I am taking. After 2 days I will take 2 sessions. Okay, this is okay.